can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this. You're moving forward with this person.
Okay, what's up guys? So huge news coming out of the sports media world as FS1 has decided to cancel 3 of its 5 daily sports programs, leaving only The Herd with Colin Cowherd and First Things First in its lineup. The daily shows the network are axing are Speak, Breakfast Ball, and The Facility. I'm sure most of these programs will be replaced in time for the start of all the major sports leagues in September. Anyways, let me just go through this article from Front Office Sports real quickly because it actually addresses a few names that could replace the current on-air talent, and one name in particular I'm sure most people would react positively to. So the article states, FS1 is making sweeping changes to its programming lineup as 3 of its 5 daily shows are getting cancelled. In the shakeup, Joy Taylor's 9-year tenure with the network has come to an end. Talents whose shows were cancelled include Craig Carton, Mark Schlereth, Danny Parkins, Emmanuel Acho, LaShawn McCoy, Chase Daniels, James Jones, Paul Pierce, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, and Joy Taylor. It is possible that a couple of the talents could remain at the network as it cooks up new shows. Sources told Front Office Sports that on-air talents who could be in play for the new FS1 programming include Tony Reale, Max Kellerman, and Kay Adams. On Twitter, former FS1 host Jason Whitlock suggested that a TV version of All the Smoke with former NBA players Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson could be an option. Okay, so yeah, pretty crazy hearing Max Kellerman's name being thrown around the mix. I'm sure many viewers would love to see him come back to one of the big networks. Max has already made a splash in the past couple weeks after getting the nod to commentate on the huge boxing match between Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford. So I'm really hoping this one comes to fruition. I think a lot of people have the same sentiment as me, feeling that Max got screwed out of ESPN. Nonetheless, this would be a really good addition for FS1. I haven't really watched any of their programs since Shannon Sharpe was ousted out of the network, and I think in hindsight, FS1 is really regretting making that decision of letting Shannon walk. I mean, the moment Unc left, it seems like all their programs just completely crumbled. The ratings for those 3 shows were absolutely horrendous, and that's why they're getting the axe. So in regards to Joy Taylor, honestly, I've been saying this for a while. It seems like watching all her clips from her own podcast and others, she looks to be making a pivot, judging by some of the wild things coming out of her mouth these days. For months now, I've been making this claim. She was one firing away from starting an OnlyFans account.
I took it a step further, as I always do, and I dubbed them princess boys because clearly they want the princess treatment. And being a woman of substance and means, I can provide that for them. Now, there's things that I want in exchange for taking care of a princess boy. And, if that is what men are interested in behaving like, I feel like I can do that. I can be that person for you. I can give you an experience you've never had. So they were not very happy with me about that.
What else is non-negotiable for you?
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. You hit me with the man of God thing.
But you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you be like, God, oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God is different.
Oh my God is different than being a
God.
man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious?
Not really. No. So I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not. Okay. I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family. I think there's also a massive attack on femininity. Like the idea is that masculinity is actually what's being attacked, right? Like everything is watered down, everything is softened now. Everything is feminine. I actually think femininity is under control. I think that a big part of the reason why this is happening is because women got too close to power.
Okay, how so?
The audacity that a black woman would run for president. I mean, this was their last stand. They were like, hold on.
So yeah, pretty wild shit coming out of her mouth these days. I guess it's a change for stuff to be coming out than coming in. Anyways, another person who was deeply affected by this news was Emmanuel Acho, and here's how he responded to the news on Twitter. He tweeted, "In sports, when you're not good enough, you get cut. In TV, when you're not good enough, you get canceled. I'm not going to try and come out to y'all with some big announcement news. Stay tuned, because I don't actually know what's coming. But what I do know is I trust God." And some of the people on social media were just straight up clowning the guy. One guy replied, "That unemployment sex with joy will heal you." Another guy wrote, "You gave a chick a TV show because she slobbed on your knob, not to mention how silly you looked with those 2012 Westbrook glasses. You've been a part of mischievous activities and horrible takes the last 2 years. This should be no surprise to you or others. Your recent Jalen Hurts take was quite pitiful." So yeah, it appears there's no love lost for the departure of Emmanuel Acho from FS1. On the other hand, LaShawn McCoy also reacted to the news on Twitter as he wrote something pretty hilarious. "Damn, fired on my day off. Well, put me on the trading block. Speaking facility was a blast. I got some announcements coming soon, but one thing I do know from football is talent and dedication always wins. See you soon." And lastly, this was Joy Taylor's response to the news as she decided to post a thirsty 15-second workout video trying to give off the vibe that she's unbothered by this news. Anyways, guys, what do you all think about all the new changes FS1 has made? And what do you think about the responses from some of these people?